Hello traders, welcome back to my channel. In this tutorial, we are going to take a look at the cTrader platform to help you get the best out of this incredible trading software. We will go through all of the basics like color chart settings, trade settings, quick trade options, all the way through to some of the really cool advanced features which will enable you to protect your trading account better than ever before. You'll probably want to save this video for future reference. Don't forget to hit like, and if you have any questions, please feel free to ask them in the comments below. So let's get started. Alright guys, so once you've opened cTrader and you've logged in with your user credentials, there's a couple of things that you're going to want to do just to get you started. Alright, so first things first, come down to the settings at the bottom here. Alright, click on settings. You're going to have the properties, account number, currency, everything else that's going on here. You're going to click on general, and this is going to give you some options that you may want to change, may want to keep the same. Right. So first thing is English. Obviously, I'm going to stick with the English language because that's my native language. You're going to be able to turn sounds on and off, and then change the color theme from dark to light. Personally, I'm going to stick with the dark because I quite like the dark effect these days. You've then got three layout mode options. Okay, so you've got main menu, okay, which will activate or deactivate what's going on here on the left hand side. Personally, I leave that off, right, because it's basic information here that you can get elsewhere in the system. Many options that we'll go through later on in the video. So I'm going to keep that checked off. You then got active panel on the right hand side, which is everything that's going on here, which is where you're going to be placing your trades, where you're going to be reading the news, history, etc. And then you've got the trade watch, which is your positions, orders, history, price alerts, transactions, things like that. That will take that on and take it off. Okay, these ones here obviously are for privacy, so show account number, show account name, show account balance. Yeah, and that's pretty much it for this section. This next part of the tutorial is very important, okay, because this is basically going to set the units per asset class that you're going to be trading. Okay, so it should be set already to standard. Okay, everything that you should be trading should be measured in lot sizes. That's pretty much the standard throughout the board for every prop firm, every broker, every trade that you're going to take now and in the future. You want to set everything to lots here so that nothing gets confused. You end up in the right trade with the right volume, and you don't get caught out and maybe risk too much money on your trades. So just make sure that everything here is set to lots and everything should be okay. The next thing you're going to want to do is just move down here, and this is quick trade option. Okay, so under quick trade, you've got options here whether you can use a single click or double click. Okay, personally I just stick with a single click because it's quicker, and I know when I'm taking a trade, I'm happy to take the trade. I'm not clicking that button unless I suppose if you want a little bit extra safety, maybe you lean on your keyboard or lean on your mouse by accident, you enter a trade, you can set that to double click. You can also set it to disabled, right, and you can place your orders manually. We'll go through this a little bit more in the video, but for now let's just keep this single click checked. And the next thing you're going to want to look at is these three options here. So this is market order. When you enter the market live there and then, you set your stop loss size and your take profit size. Okay, I trade gold, so I use pretty much standard 1-to-1 risk reward these days. I use a 40 pip stop loss and a 40 pip take profit. We're going to do the same for stop orders. Okay, and we're going to do the same again for limit orders. Right, personally I use market order or buy stops, sell stops. Okay, you've also got an option here that will trigger a trailing stop automatically. Now that means obviously that as your trade moves into profit, the trailing stop will follow it up, and as you move closer towards your TP, that will also then move the trailing stop into profit. So if it did ever reverse on you for any one given reason, your orders being protected. Again, something else we'll go through later on in the video. Click apply, and that's it. We're all set up and ready to go. Okay, so a few more basic settings that you need to go through before we get started are mostly located at the top here on the upper toolbar and down the side here on the right hand side. Okay, so new order. If you click on new order, that will bring up this pop-up screen. Okay, now as you see on the right hand side, you've actually got a chart here, so you can either enter the numerical value in here, okay, or you can actually move these sliders up and down. Should be able to move the chart up and down as well. You can set your take profit, set your stop loss, and then you can enter the other details that you need to here, buy and sell, and then of course stop loss size, take profit size, trailing stop. As we move across the toolbar at the top, you've got different chart mode options. You've got multi-chart, single chart, and free chart mode. You then got zoom in, zoom out buttons. Okay, so you can either use the slider, you can use the buttons here at the top. Then you can pick whether or not you want a bar chart, candlestick chart, line chart. Okay, majority of people use candlesticks. Okay, it's pretty normal throughout the board, so we stick with that for now. Then you've got indicators, right? So you've got trend, oscillators, volatility, volume, and other. Okay, so if you've got any of the indicators that you use in here, let's say for example you use an EMA, click on EMA and choose the period. So let's say a 200 period EMA, click on OK, and then that will add the EMA to your chart on whatever time frame you're on. The next one over is you can then either remove all drawings or remove all indicators. So I don't use any indicators at all, so I'm going to remove all indicators here. That will take the EMA off. Hide all drawings. If you have drawings on your screen, sometimes you want to hide them just to look at the pure price action. You can click this button here and that will hide everything. Then you've got obviously the different times, the time frames that you may or may not use. So 5 minute, 15 minute, 30 minute. Personally, I don't really go much lower than the 30 minutes. Sometimes I'll filter down to see what's going on a little bit more with the charts, but 30 minute, 1 hour, and the 4 hour are my main trading time frames, so I'll generally stick to them. If you click on these three dots here, you can also add different variations of time. So 3 day, daily, 12 hour, 8 hour, 4 hour, all the way down to 1 minute, 2 minute, and 3 minute. As we move over to the right hand side here, okay, the cursor is the standard arrow that you see on the screen here. If you click on the crosshair, you can actually measure. So just click on your mouse on the right hand side and that will give you a measurement of how far. So let's say you want to measure this gap from the bottom here to current price. That will tell you that it's 157, 158 pips, okay, or 1,580 if you measure gold in that method. You can enter some lines, vertical lines, trend lines, horizontal lines. Okay, so you just click on the icon, enter the horizontal line. You can then change the color, change the thickness, whether you want it dotted, whether you want it dashed. You can then also draw on the screen if you want to draw on the screen. Make some pretty squiggly colors. Fibonacci, shapes and sizes. So you can have a rectangle or an ellipse. So if you want to mark a zone here, you can mark a zone. You can then also change the color. All right. So if you want a red zone, there should be a fill option here somewhere. Yeah, fill the rectangle with color. Okay. Quite intrusive having that big red blob on the screen, but you know, if it's what you do, play around the settings and change the color to what suits you. You can mark some up and down arrows. So let's just mark a down arrow here and an up arrow here. Okay. I don't like any of these drawings, so we'll go back up to the top here. We can remove all drawings in one go. Okay. You've also then got a chart shot option, right? So if you click on the little camera icon just here, you can take a screenshot and that will open up your screenshot where you get all the links just at the bottom here to all of your charts. So whether you want the actual web address, whether you want to download the image yourself, all the options are given to you here. It's just quite handy. So okay guys, so once you've set up all the basic settings and you're pretty much ready to go, the next thing you're probably going to want to do is set up your watch list. Again, so if you click on these three horizontal lines over here, you'll see you can add yourself a watch list. So I've got my watch list set up already. Okay, you can expand that and just hide it away. If you click on create new watch list, you could maybe have some forex pairs that you want to trade. Okay, so we'll put that down as GFX. Let's put it as GFX2. Okay, click on OK, and that will then add a secondary watch list. So let's say one is for gold, metals, indices like NASDAQ, US 30, whatever. If you don't want to trade those for any particular reason, you can just hide it away like that. If you want to then add to this second watch list, click on add, and you can either just type in Euro USD, click on the little star next to it, and that will automatically get added to your watch list. And if you want to delete it, of course, you can remove that from your watch list there. Click on all symbols to the right of the watch list, and let's say you want to add Aussie dollar CAD, right? You can add that to either or both of your watch lists. So let's add that to GFX2, and then here we go, set up right here. Okay, so once you've got your watch list set up, okay, you're ready to go. You need to take a look at what's going on at the bottom here on the trade panel. Okay, so this will give you all the information that you've got, whether you've got running trades, orders, history, price alerts, transactions. All right, so underneath the bottom here on positions, anything that you have actively running will show up here. Okay, it will show you your net USD profit, your stop loss, your take profit, where they are in the market, your entry price, the direction of the trade, the amount of lots that you're using, and obviously the symbol. Okay, next tab over is the orders. Okay, so do you have any pending orders, like a buy stop order, sell stop order, buy limit or sell limit orders? Okay, they'll all show up here, and you'll be able to manage them normally from the bottom panel. Any trades that you've previously taken will show up here. Okay, wins, losses, hopefully more wins than losses, guys, but everything that you've ever taken on this account will show up in the history panel. You can then also take a look at, you know, what month or what have you taken today, what have you taken over the last month, what have you taken over the last 3 months, etc., and of course all the history. Price alerts, should you have any. Okay, so you can set an alarm here for, say you want a notification when price moves up to 2038. You can actually set an alarm just up here. Okay, and that will then show up in the bottom here. So this is your alert. You can manage it from here, and you can also cancel it. Transactions, so any transaction history that you may have, basically if you've taken any profit splits, obviously because this is first account on Alpha Capital, it just shows that 100,000 has been deposited into this account. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Pretty simple, nothing overcomplicated about it. Obviously, as with everything, the more you use it, the more you become accustomed to it. You can also place a new order here, and once you've got any active trades running, okay, you've got options then to close. You can either say you want to close all your buy options, so you untag everything else. You can close both. You can also have those checked off: close all profitable, close all losing, or for the most part, you may want to just be able to close everything off all in one go. Most people don't take more than one trade at a time, unless you're swing trading maybe, or you've got one trade running at break even. You may want to leave one running and close the other one. You can also do them individually here anyway, so you'll be able to slide this up, and you'll see more of what's going on. Okay, so the next part of the cTrader platform that you need to learn how to use is the traders panel here on the right hand side. Okay, so it's just underneath the watch list here. You've got your new order window, which will either give you the option to have market entry, limit order, or stop limit order. Okay, each one of these settings is exactly the same, right? So you've got the quantity of lots that you want to use on any specific currency pair or gold or indice or whatever. It'll then give you the option to have or not have stop loss and take profit. Okay, I highly recommend that nobody trades without a stop loss, and you can adjust the numerical value here on gold. So let's say you want a 20 pips stop loss. Okay, it will give you the price that stop loss is going to be placed at. It will also tell you then what is the percentage of the overall balance of the account that you're risking, and obviously the cost in US dollars. Likewise, on the other side, it would, if you want to take profit on or if you leave it off, it's entirely up to you. If you wanted to set that to, say, 40 pips for one-to-one risk reward, it will give you the same numerical value, obviously just where you're going to take your profit. And if you wanted a 1-to-2, for example, you enter those details and it will give you the value of what your profit would be in terms of USD currency and percentage of your overall account. You can also activate or deactivate trailing stop just underneath the stop loss check box here. Then you can click place order, whether that be a limit order, stop order, or however it is you enter the market. Just underneath that, you've got the depth of the market, which tells you the activities going on between the buyers and the sellers. Underneath that, a very, very useful tool to have on your trading platform. I don't think MetaQuotes have this built in anywhere. I don't think many other trading platforms have this built in. It's very handy to have it here on the right hand side. It shows you the impact of the news, the time of what the news will be released, a countdown timer, the impact, whether high impact, low impact, or moderate. Then you've got the symbol info. So this will tell you everything you need to know about the symbol, the cost, the position sizes, the swap long, swap short, 3-day swaps on Wednesday, which everybody knows is treble on a Wednesday for gold and FX pairs. Market hours just down here. Okay, I would, if you're from the UK, I'd ignore this for a second because it's actually set up to be 2 hours after the market actually closes for gold right here. So yeah, I'd ignore that. In fact, I'm going to close that right now. And then it's got your trade statistics on whichever currency pair it is you're trading. Okay, so net profit, profit factor, commissions. Luckily for me, I'm with Alpha Capital and I don't pay any commissions on any of my trades. Winning trades, largest winning trade, losing deals, largest losing trade, etc. And then right at the bottom, if for some strange reason you don't know what the leverage of your account is, it will tell you right here at the bottom. Okay, so the first thing is if you hover above the quick trade buy and sell options, you'll see that you have these two little drag and drop options. Okay, now earlier on in the video, you remember that we set up our quick trade options. I personally set mine on gold to 40 pips take profit and 40 pips stop loss. So if, for example, you want to use a drag and drop feature, okay, let's say you just want to enter a buy at, I don't know, let's say 2060. For some reason you think that once price moves past 2060, it's going to continue up to take profit. Once you drag and drop the buy option, okay, that is then going to open an order for a buy stop order. Okay, because we set up the quick trade options in the advanced features earlier, this was automatically set to 40 pip take profit and a 40 pip stop loss. However, you can drag and alter the size of the stop loss, and you can also drag and drop the take profit so that you can adjust any of the values just in case you want to, maybe you think that you need a bigger stop loss, maybe you think that price is going to move a little bit quicker and it's going to move further than your original take profit. You can use that option. Just simply drag the take profit to wherever you want it and drag the stop loss to wherever you want it. Should you want to close this position or close this order, all you've got to do is click the X. Now, if you was to do the opposite and you think, okay, when price comes underneath this candle here, you can do the same for a short order. I'm going to drop it all the way down here so that I don't get activated during this tutorial, but it's the same process, right? Automatically, it will set up so that your quick trade options are active. 40 pip stop loss, 40 pip take profit, and of course the lot sizes which you've entered up here are now active. And if you want to close it, Just click on the X and that's job done. Okay, traders, so another useful feature that you can use with your limit orders or your buy stop, sell stop orders is, let's say for example that there's news later on in the day that you don't want to be involved with and you want that trade to cancel out before the news. If you hover over the green dot here, all right, and drag it to the right hand side, what you'll see is a skull will become highlighted. Now that skull means that at that time that you slide the skull to, let's say there's news coming at 4:30, for example, and you don't want this order to be active whilst that news release is happening, you can just drag the skull over to 4 o'clock, for example, give it plenty of time so that if the news spike, for example, was to come up past your order and straight back down without hitting take profit, this skull would actually close the order at 4 o'clock, or in this case 1 minute past 4, and let's say for example the news is at 4:30, you have peace of mind knowing that that order that you've placed earlier on will not be active and what will not be activated during the news. Okay, so one of my favorite features of the advanced take profit and stop loss placement with cTrader is, and I'm going to have to take a live trade in the market for this. Okay, so if we take a sell right here, okay, now obviously we've got our position open, okay, we're not risking very much, we've got our stop loss above here, okay, and we've got our take profit here set at 40 pips. Now if you click on the shield icon right here, okay, that's going to open up an advanced take profit and advanced stop loss placement. Okay, let's say we want to take partials at halfway through our trade. We can just edit the amount of pips we want to take our profit at. We can edit the amount, so let's say we want to close half of the amount right here. And we can move our stop loss to break even at the same position. All right. What you'll notice is we've got advanced take profit here. Okay, so half of our position will now close. We can also continue with the take profit slider and move it down. We can also from here move our advanced take profit down a little bit, or in the case that you may be buying, you can do it the opposite direction, obviously. With the advanced move stop loss to break even, once we hit 20 pips or 200 pips on gold, your stop loss will automatically move to break even. So you can have peace of mind that you can take a trade, walk away, go about your day, and continue with everything that you've got planned, knowingly that you're either going to hit your stop loss, or if we hit, say, 20 pips, if we get halfway to take profit, your position is going to move to break even and your order will be protected. One of the other really cool features about cTrader is the fixed risk reward chart. Okay, so for this tutorial, we're going to take we're going to position a fixed risk reward sell. Okay, so hover above this little icon here, says risk reward. Like I said, for this purpose of this tutorial, we're going to click on fixed risk sell. Okay, we're going to place that on the screen here on the chart, and we're going to click on settings. Right now, you've got different options here. You've got market order, limit order, stop limit order. Okay, and then you've got the options of buy and sell. Okay, you've also got the option here of having whether it's the cash value balance or the equity value. So for the purpose of this tutorial, again, we're going to use a stop order and we're going to use a sell stop order. We're going to risk 1% of our trading account, which would be $1,000. And what we're going to do here is you can actually change the fixed risk to reward ratio from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5, or whatever it is that you trade with. I'm going to use 2 here just to give you an example. All right, and we're going to click on the check mark for fixed risk reward ratio. Okay. Click OK, and what you're going to see is you're going to get this chart here, which is kind of preset to 2 to 1, right? What you'll notice here, okay, is pay attention to the stop loss, not the stop loss, the lot sizes here, right? As you move the stop loss higher and lower, so as the stop loss increases, you see the lots go down, and as you decrease the stop loss size, you see the lot sizes go up, all right? So let's say we think we're going to get into a position here, and we're going to, let's say, when price moves past this area here, it's going to continue down, right? We're going to place a stop loss above the candles. As you adjust the risk section of the price chart, it's calculating how many pips you need to use in order to risk $1,000, right? So as it gets smaller, you see the lot sizes go up, and as it gets bigger, you see the lot sizes go down. Now, if you're going to place this chart down the bottom here, for example, right, price won't actually trigger in until we get down here somewhere, all right? So price actually has to pass the short position, but we need to hover over the candles. So if you wanted, for example, this to take effect from 5 o'clock in the afternoon, because your trading session starts at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, you can move the price chart to 5 o'clock, and you can also adjust the time where this then becomes inactive. So let's say, for example, you have a 4-hour trading window. You're going to trade from 5 to 9 o'clock. If this becomes an active sell during that 4-hour period, great, you'll get triggered in. However, if not, the trade won't, you not get triggered in. If price doesn't come down past your sell stop order before 9 o'clock, let's say it's 5 past 9, this will actually cancel itself out. So you don't have to worry. You've got peace of mind that, you know, if that trade actually passes your entry, you may be in work, or you may be busy, or something else is going on in your life. You've got peace of mind that you're not going to get triggered in, and you don't have to worry about checking your phone, checking your laptop, or getting to somewhere where you've got internet so you can actually physically check whether or not the trade's triggered. It's a very, very useful tool. Absolutely one of my favorite tools in this cTrader platform.